Hi everyone, I'm so glad you could join us for another publication of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Coming up in today's show, we look at how the UDC plans on caring for and maintaining some of Jamaica's natural resources. Then, we get step-by-step tips on how to go about adopting. Lastly, we hear of the incentives that are now available for our farmers. Please stay with us.
Calling all creators, join the JIS Creators Challenge.
We want to see your unique perspective on why you love Jamaica.
Whether it's through a Jamaican adventure, arts and craftsmanship, or Jamaican cuisine.
With party lifestyle or a celebration of our Otamaniwan people culture.
Unleash your creativity in a video 1 minute or less, showcasing why you love Jamaica.
Upload your video to your socials and tag JIS by March 8th.
Follow us on all our platforms for more info
on how to enter and prizes to be won.
Stay tuned!
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, February 20, 2024. Government will be spending $250 million to address the conditions of sanitary facilities in the island's markets. In making the announcement, Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie says his ministry is aware that the condition of these facilities need attention.
Government will be providing some $250 million to repair and to clean sanitary facilities in all markets across Jamaica. This is a program that will deal with the sanitary concerns of both vendors and shoppers in the market.
The minister was speaking at the recent official opening of the Port Maria Market in St. Mary. He also disclosed that final designs for the Highgate Market to include a proper transportation center had been completed. This project is expected to cost about $200 million.
In the new financial year coming, the market will go out to tender. And so the people in Highgate who have to wait too long for the construction of a brand new modern market to replace the one that was destroyed by fire.
Ground has been broken for the Mount Moriah to Bohemia Road rehabilitation project. Minister with responsibility for works, Everett Warmington, says the $135 million project will ease the road woes for several communities in the area.
This roadway is a key link for communities located in St. Ann, Clarendon, and Trelawney. The development of this road will open up the area for access, which can be especially beneficial to the farming communities it serves, such as Mount Moriah, Wild Cane, White Sand, Cascade, and Bohemia. In addition, it is the only means to move produce from the farms to nearby markets and towns.
Minister Warmington says residents can also look forward to other upcoming projects. These include the Spalding to Cave Valley Borough Bridge section, Mount Moriah Battersea retaining wall, and the John Reed to Battersea program. Minister of Education and Youth Favor Williams welcomed 200 beginning and returning teachers to the education sector recently. The teachers received mentoring and induction training through the Beginning Teachers Program. The 25-hour training session had participation from 15 institutions and departments. Minister Williams says the training is in keeping with the ministry's Transforming Education for National Development Trend program. She urged the participating teachers to grasp the importance of their role in shaping their students' futures.
So I want to say to you, beginning teachers, you are the architects of tomorrow. You hold in your hands the power to shape and mold the future leaders of our nation as you step into the classrooms. I want you to remember that you're not just imparting knowledge, you're nurturing minds, fostering dreams, and kindling the flame of curiosity.
The Education Minister was addressing the Jamaica Teaching Council's annual Beginning Teachers Synergy Conference held at the Mico University College in Kingston recently. And finally, participation in the annual Jamaica Day celebrations has expanded to 2 cities in the American state of Iowa. The 2 cities, Waterloo and Cedar Falls, will organize festivities to coincide with local celebrations. Chair of the Jamaica Day Planning Committee, Marlon Williams, made the disclosure at a recent JIS think tank session.
We will be celebrating via simulcast with them. Our 10 o'clock will be their 9 o'clock, and hence the delayed start this year. Now, we expect all of Jamaica to celebrate with us. Jamaica Day is not just about schools celebrating. We expect all ministries, all agencies of ministries, corporate Jamaica, every single Jamaican.
Jamaica Day will be held on Friday, February 23, under the theme Celebrating Jamaica, Authentic and Unique, a Fiwi Trendaduit. The featured local educational institution, William Knibb High School in Trelawney, will host the Jamaica Day National Civic Ceremony. Other planned festivities include exhibitions and cultural entertainment, with the highlight being the selection of Olympian Usain Bolt as the culture icon for 2024. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
Conserving our natural resources should be one of the main areas of focus, as they all help to balance the ecosystem and, by extension, human life. Up next, we see what the UDC has been doing to conserve Jamaica's natural resources.
Environmental management and monitoring are core responsibilities the Urban Development Corporation UDC carries out in protected areas in Negril, Ocho Rios, Montego Bay, Helsha Hills, part of Portland Bight, Port Royal, and Palisadoes. As such, the corporation is committed to mitigating negative impacts on our natural resources through monitoring and enforcement by 6 environmental protection officers.
When we speak about natural resources, the simplest thing to think about is the environment and everything that it entails. So the plants, the animals, we're looking at the soil, the water, all different aspects of it that all interrelate, and also how the people interact with it.
To reinforce its conservation measures, the UDC carries out sound environmental planning and monitoring, management of protected areas, as well as environmental education and outreach programs.
So we carry out monitoring either on a monthly or a quarterly basis. This gives us an idea of what the impact of anything that we're doing to the natural resources.
Some of these interventions involve bringing internal and external stakeholders together to carry out various activities to commemorate days that bring awareness to different areas of the environment.
Our largest activity to date has been International Coastal Cleanup Day. We have it in Helsha, and we did collect a substantial amount of plastics and other garbage.
The conservation program is also extended to the critically endangered sea turtles.
So in St. Anne's in particular, we have started a program of monitoring the nests, seeing when they occur, ensuring that they're safeguarded while they are there, and then enable the hatchlings to be able to return to sea. So far in the last 3 years, we've had a very successful program. We've had over 2,000 heartbeat turtles returning to the sea.
A similar program is being carried out with the Jamaican iguana, another endangered species that is found in the Hellshire Hills area.
Young hatchlings are carried to the Hope Zoo, which they are nurtured until they get to a certain size and weight, and then they are returned to the wild. This is supposed to give them a competitive advantage against predators.
And did you know?
At the Green Gutter Caves, we actually have 11 out of the 21 species of bat that are found in Jamaica. So what we do is monitor the caves to ensure that the habitat is safe and suitable for the bats.
We also monitor to see what's going on with the crocodile. So for now, we look at the nest, we also look at the birds that are around, and to see how everybody is doing. So it's like we have a big ecosystem.
NEPA delegated the UDC with management authority over the Hellshire Hills in 1999, so that's another way in which we collaborate, and most recently an MOU to develop the Goat Islands.
Since then, the corporation has been working with stakeholders and other users of the area to carefully balance the development of urban settlements with the delicate ecology of the area.
For our non-governmental partners, one of our major partners is CCAM, which is the Caribbean Coastal Area Management Foundation. And with them, we partner in managing the Portland Bight area, which is the largest protected area in Jamaica.
I'd urge persons who are visiting and living within the boundaries of the protected area to not dispose of their garbage in irresponsible ways, because they eventually get to the marine environment.
The corporation ensures that it remains compliant with national and international environmental policies, legislations, and regulations by conducting monthly and quarterly checks of all its facilities and attractions. This is to ensure that these facilities are constantly at the required standard for safe use by patrons.
So the UDC also sits on the Beaches Control Committee, as well as the National Council of Ocean and Coastal Zone Management Committee, both of which are responsible for creating national policies relating to the conservation of the coastal zone across Jamaica.
The Urban Development Corporation, achieving sustainable development within the corporation's designated areas by creating a balance between development and management of natural resources. A prime example is the soon-to-be implemented Goat Island Wildlife Sanctuary. To learn more about the work of the Urban Development Corporation, call 876-656-8031 or visit their website at udcja.com. You may also follow them on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit their information center on the ground floor, Kingston Mall, downtown Kingston.
Coffee was introduced to Jamaica in 1728. Creighton Estate was established around 1765, and the Blue Mountain Range and the central region of Jamaica, which is the Grand Ridge of Jamaica, were the major coffee producing regions. Currently, we are fully certified under the Rainforest Alliance, and we are the very first entity in the Caribbean region to attain that certification. Now, the Blue Mountain Range of Jamaica is a microclimate of the island and has provided the perfect conditions for growing the Arabica coffee. A typical day in the Blue Mountain, the most sunlight is in the mornings from about 11:32 to 4 p.m. You know, this is the weather that we experience. This is a norm in the Blue Mountain. It's nothing unusual, you know, for the range to be covered with mist. And after sunset, the temperature basically goes below 20 degrees Celsius. So those are the perfect ingredients to develop high quality coffee. You know, the culture here is rich. We're an extremely creative, you know, set of people. In Jamaica, there's everything. If you're a nature lover, we have it. If you like the wetlands, we have it. You know, great coffee, you know, great food. You know, God has been good to us. You know, the God has been good to us. The universe has been good to us, you know, as a country. You know, and, this rock, I love it, man. I love it.
Let's think about it. Where would we get our natural produce if there weren't farmers to do the work that is required? That is why it's important for us to have initiatives in place to facilitate their growth and well-being.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, in its continuing effort to support Jamaican farmers and foster economic growth, is offering an incentive program. Currently, the ministry has 3 incentives for farmers and farming enterprises.
The approved farming enterprise, which has 2 parts, productive input relief, which we call PIR, the income tax relief. We also have 20% duty concession on vehicles for use in agriculture. And we also offer additional stamp duty waivers on raw materials for manufacturers. For approved farming enterprise PIR, this allows waivers on applicable duties and taxes on certain inputs for the production of primary products used in the course of conducting farming operations in 5 categories. The first category is agricultural crops, livestock, poultry, or dairy. And when we say production of primary products, we mean the cultivation, growth, breeding or rearing, or otherwise activities in these categories. Apiculture is another category, forestry, horticulture, and aquaculture. To be a beneficiary of the 20% duty concession incentive as well as the approved farming enterprise incentive, farmers or farming enterprises must be registered with the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA. The application process for PIR, the first step is for the farmer or farming enterprise to apply through their parish, RADA parish office. The application is then sent to the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, and we make a recommendation on your behalf to the Jamaica Customs Agency. The Jamaica Customs Agency conducts a verification visit and approval is given by them. This benefit is received at the port. The other part of the approved farming enterprise, income tax relief, through the Income Tax Act, it allows farmers or farming enterprises that can write off their losses incurred on the farm against profits of another trade or business. The process for this is, once again, you apply through RADA. The ministry makes a recommendation to the Tax Administration of Jamaica and the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service. Once this is done, a certification will be given by the Minister of Finance. For the 20% duty concession on vehicles used in agriculture, we have a criteria, of course. The first requirement is to have a minimal annual production gross return of 250,000. And then we have minimum requirements in terms of crops and livestock. So for example, for food crops, 3 acres at least, vegetables, at least 2 acres, goats, 300, pigs, coffee, 3 acres, and all of this is available on RADA's website. For farms 1 to 10 acres, you're entitled to 1 vehicle. For farms 11 to 49 acres, 2 vehicles. And for farms over 50, you're entitled to 3 vehicles. And we must emphasize that the vehicles eligible are trucks, commonly known as pickups, not panel vans. The CC rating has a limit for gasoline 3,000 and for diesel 3,200. This process, once again, we show the importance of being registered with RADA. You apply through your RADA office. The ministry then makes a recommendation to the Jamaica Customs Agency. This is valid for 6 months. And then you will collect your copy from us and you take that to your dealer.
These incentives are intended to encourage farmers to save exponentially while opening new opportunities for expansion. To apply for these incentives, visit your local RADA office for more details. Now, begin to grow through incentives.
Practicing good oral health is essential in maintaining fresh breath and a healthy smile. Always remember to brush twice daily for 2 minutes with fluoride toothpaste to strengthen tooth enamel and help fight gum disease. Always brush in a circular motion using a soft toothbrush. Floss once daily to remove food particles between the teeth and the gum line. Use a mouthwash to clean areas of the mouth a toothbrush or floss can't reach. Change your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months. Visit your dentist every 6 months for checkups and cleaning. And be sure to drink water to keep gum disease, plaque and cavities at bay. Remember, good oral health is key to a healthy mouth.
If you've ever had the urge to put a smile on a child's face by making the decision to adopt, this might be your sign. Learn next how to go about the adoption process.
Thank you for your interest in adoption in Jamaica. Please download the adoption guidelines below, which are intended to assist you with the completion of your application form. You are required to complete and enclose the following documents: application forms, child's medical forms, adult's medical forms, any other information relevant to your case, such as affidavits, birth certificates, death certificates, and court orders. That's the beginning of your adoption process. You are now on your way to becoming a child's legal guardian.
Adoption is a very special process. It's a very significant step that persons take in their lives, and it is very rewarding. And I would implore persons who are interested in adopting to go for it. And as I said before, go for it with an open mind. People misconceive adoption because the stigma that is attached to it, in that persons, I don't know if maybe it is a cultural thing, but persons don't willingly talk about adoption. It's mostly a secret, and you find that people go away with the wrong ideas, in that persons believe that maybe the process is too long, maybe they believe that we should not have such a rigorous process, but you have to understand it's a life commitment, and you want to ensure that a child being adopted is being placed in the best possible placement. Close adoptions are adoptions that are basically done in Jamaica now, in that no information is given to either the adopters about the biological parents, and the biological parents don't know about the adoptive parents. The process for adopting overseas is basically very similar to the process for Jamaica, whereby you are needed to fill out the form, get the necessary supporting documents, birth certs, marriage certs. However, overseas applicants need to ensure that they have home studies, because that is the way you're going to find out about the overseas person's background. So they would have to get the services of a home service provider, especially for those in the US, and that home service provider will give them a comprehensive information about their, including police checks and everything. So they need that. And then after that process, they will submit it to us, and it will go through the regular rigorous process of identifying the birth parents, doing the necessary interview, visiting the child, getting the child's opinion, and then all of that is summarized and placed in a report along with the case file to the adoption board for approval. Persons who are allowed to adopt children in Jamaica are single male, female, couples, persons over 25 years. If you are a relative, you have to be 18 years and over. The adoption board is a body established in the Act that has to give approval for all adoption applications before they can go to the court for finalization. The adoption board is the only agency that is authorized to approve adoption cases. So there's no other agency that has that authority.
Let adoption work for you. Visit the Child Protection and Family Services Agency website at childprotection.gov.jm or visit the agency at 48 Duke Street or any of the parish's offices island-wide to learn how you can start the process.
The Wildlife Protection Act is a piece of legislation here in Jamaica. It was enacted in 1945 that tries to look at our animals or wildlife on the island of Jamaica and try to ensure that they are conserved to some degree and not overexploited. So they're also, as an island, we have a lot of unique species. And if we lose those species on the island, it's gone to the entire world. So that is also one of the reasons why we have this piece of legislation, to ensure that Jamaica can maintain its wildlife and preserve the wildlife for future generations. In the Jamaican context, being an island, being very small, some persons have never left the island before, and so Jamaica seems big, but Jamaica is really very small. We have a lot to lose. We have a lot of resources and we have a lot to lose. So we're encouraging the public not to over-harvest, not to go against the Wildlife Protection Act and take animals that are considered protected species. And if animals are in a vulnerable situation where you think they need assistance, we encourage persons to first contact NEPA at 754-7540 and ask for assistance, especially if those animals have the potential of doing harm or being dangerous.
How did we get here? Here's a quick summary. Prepare your goat. You can buy a pound or 2. Right here we have around 2 pounds ready to cook. Then take your preferred curry and get started. Now combine all the ingredients. Salt, black pepper, pimento seeds, curry powder, Scotch bonnet pepper to make it spicy. To add more flavor, add potato, your choice of fresh spice, and milk. Then let it simmer. There you have it. You're on the road to becoming your own celebrity chef. Don't forget about the garden salad or Jamaican curry goat served with rice and gungo peas, and of course, or garden salad. Enough said.
Our program concludes for today, but be sure to join us again tomorrow, same time and place, for another lineup geared towards providing you with information on the government's policies and initiatives for building a better Jamaica. You may visit our website, gis.gov.jm, to rewatch this show or the many others we have there. I'm Adrian Atkinson from our production team here at the GIS. Thank you so much for watching, and do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.